Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Malaology. I am Teresa, Doctor of Metaphysics, Ascension Guide, and Priestess, here to share fun and easy ways to use Mala and Mantra to make a better life. Today, I want to talk about throat chakra healing. If you are not 100% effective in your life, then there's a really good chance that there's an issue with your throat chakra. For me, I would say that my most impacted chakra in my whole life has been my throat chakra. So it's definitely one that means a lot to me. I've made a lot of videos for this channel, and I've published only a fraction of them. And sometimes after I publish them, I'll unpublish them because my throat chakra is closed. A lot of times I'll want to make a video and I won't. Or when I do, I don't want other people to see it. Or when they do see it, I want them to stop seeing it. And that's fear. That comes out of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear of being misunderstood, fear of my words doing more harm than good, fear of so many things. There's just infinite fears, fear of success, fear of failure, and everything in between. And the reason that we close our throat chakras, I can't imagine any reason other than fear when you really, really get down to it. Right? So I'm just going to face my fears, and I'm going to talk to you about what some causes of throat chakra disruption is, and what are some effects of that in your life, and just some simple ways that you can work on your throat chakra. So let's talk about, some of the causes for throat chakra. And the reason I'm following notes now, I've learned that if I just speak off the cuff without notes, I go in crazy directions. So, I'm going to try to stay on track here. Some of the causes are when you're young, growing up, if you don't have really, really supportive people around you. I won't just say family, I'll say a community, a really supportive community, and you're told, shut up, right? That's gonna teach you real early on that in order to survive, because you rely on the people around you as a child growing up to survive. So if you get negative feedback from what comes out of your mouth, then you're going to shut up, because you won't survive if they reject you, right? So rejection, getting shut down. I remember when I was growing up that I was told by my mom's best friend at the time, Pat, that she hated the sound of my voice. She couldn't stand the sound of my voice. I still remember this, and I was very, very young at the time, probably 5. She hated my voice. So that was like a rejection, right? That kind of stopped me. But I would say that for me personally, this is another cause for closing your throat chakra: trauma. Any kinds of trauma. Trauma in your body, trauma in your life, trauma in your family, in your community, in your world. You feel these bumps, these bashes, these blows energetically through other people and through your own body. And trauma causes you to constrict whatever chakras are not required for survival. So for me, I was very traumatized as a child. I probably told you in past videos, my father tried murdering me and my mother and my brother more than once. And my mother herself had issues, right? So there were some serious traumas for me growing up. And I had a very, very closed upper half of my energetic body until I was probably 30. Just the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and a little bit of the solar plexus was working for me for decades. So, when you go into survival mode, you just kind of clamp down into the survival chakras, and you have to do that in order to be effective in your life, in order to be able to make to make ends meet, basically. So there you go. And then judgment. Whether you're judging other people or you're feeling judged by other people, this will shut you down as well. And when you shut down, the throat chakra is where you put yourself out there into the world, right? You can have a lot of fire in your solar plexus chakra and really be inspired, or something that you really care about in your heart chakra. But this is where it expresses out into the world. And if you are fearful in any way of being rejected or judged, you're going to keep all of that inside. You're going to die with your song inside. And, that's what we're trying to avoid right now. So, some of the effects that, if you look at a person, you can often see if they have an affected throat chakra really easily. For some people, like for me, I had a terrible stutter. I stuttered a lot growing up. Like I couldn't, when the teacher would call on us to read out loud, it was a nightmare for me, because if it was a word that started with an R or a W, it sounded really weird, stuttering, like it sounded like I was growling. Same thing with W. Those are, hard words to get out, as well as all the other stutter words, right? Or stutter sounds. So for me, it was like almost all sounds I couldn't get out. I couldn't get my words out. Another way you can tell if someone's throat chakra is closed is I had my bangs over my face. No one could see my face. I was hiding. So if people are shy or closed off, that means they have felt rejected a lot in their life. Therefore, definitely their throat chakra is closed. Ineffectiveness in life, if somebody really, really wants to do something, if somebody is working on something for a really long time but just never seems to finish it, if they're an artist or creator of anything, writing a book for 10, 20 years, or, creating a work of art that you just can't put out there, right? Ineffectiveness, not wanting to put yourself out there in the world, is your throat chakra. And lies. It's telling lies or untruths or being incorrect with your words. That's also, that's an effect of a closed throat chakra. But think about the words of Jesus, the myth of Jesus, right? Like I do believe in the archetype of the sun, right? But I don't necessarily, it's just, trust me, I'm not talking about Jesus as a religious figure. I'm talking about the words of wisdom, right? It's not what goes into the mouth that defiles a man. It's what comes out of the mouth that defiles a man. So lies are a part of the effect of a closed chakra, but they're also a cause of a closed throat chakra. Watch your words. Watch your words. All right. So anyways, this is kind of how a throat chakra will look in your life, but having a closed throat chakra for a long period of time can be really sad, because you don't want to let your life slip by. You're here to do something. You're here to express a specific aspect of source. You're so special in that way, right? Every one of us is a beautiful flower that adds to the beautiful bouquet of the universe. And we are less without your authentic self in it. The world is cheated of your authentic self when you don't have a healthy throat chakra that flows freely all the gifts that you have been brought here to share. Okay, so the healing, the throat chakra can be empowered and activated, and those gemstones I have found, darker blue gemstones are really, really good for that. Lighter blue gemstones are really, really good for healing the throat chakra. They're very soothing. They have a strong water energy. The throat chakra is a place of air, right? It's an air energy, but water soothes it. Water soothes it. And so 3 gemstones that I really, really love for this, among others, but the 3 that I'm like really impartial to is Larimar, which is rare. It's only found in the Dominican Republic. It's where minerals filled up cavities created by lava flows. So it is where water and fire meet, right? The lava flows were fire, and then it was created in the ocean by other minerals over long periods of time. And you can see it. It's reflected in the beauty of Larimar. Larimar is this beautiful light blue. And if you ever look down into some really clear blue water where there are ripples on the surface, you'll see white striations underneath in the sand or reflected into the water. And that is found in Larimar. It's the only gemstone that has it. White striations, as if sun shining through blue waters and reflecting back to you. There's so much in that. Again, fire, the sunlight, through water, where fire and water meet. The power of Larimar is just stunning in that it's so gentle, and it's all about divine feminine energy, that humility of the water. The Tao Te Ching says that all the rivers flow to the ocean or to the sea because it's lower than they are. Its humility gives it its power. It's that soft and gentle but undeniable strength of the divine feminine, Larimar. The other one, or another one, is Angelite. Angelite, you know what, let me say something about Larimar. It's very, very delicate. I work with only Larimar nuggets because, well, Larimar is extremely expensive because, like I said, it's very, very rare. And it's hard to find genuine Larimar. You'll find all kinds of Larimar beads that are actually dyed quartz or dyed jade. So Larimar nuggets is more practical for me, but it includes a lot of inclusions or cracks or fissures. And so if anything strikes the mala hard enough, it can chip these beads. They're very fragile. They're brittle in a way. So you have to be careful with them. And I've heard people say you should cleanse Larimar with salt water. I don't necessarily agree with that because salt water can affect the finish, the surface finish of it. I anoint my Larimar freely, just like I do actually with Angelite, with some oil. I'll rub a drop or two of oil between my fingers and I'll rub the beads like this together to keep my beads anointed, especially Larimar, Angelite, and actually another one is turquoise. So anyways, it's delicate, so be careful with it. Angelite is delicate, so be careful with it. Don't soak your Angelite in water, whatever you do. You can clean it with water, yes you can, but it again will really affect the surface of it. I would prefer to clean mine in smudging or with sound, with a singing bowl. Also, you know, moonlight, if it's an auspicious moon, that kind of thing. But anyways, Angelite connects you to the angels. They connect you to the angelic realm, another dimension, basically, a kinder dimension. And that is kind of that soothing and healing energy that helps to open your throat chakra, just like Larimar. It's love and peace, serenity. And when you immerse yourself in the energy of serenity, there's no place for fear. Fear is the thing, again, that closes your throat chakra. So really the healing of your throat chakra comes from peace, inner peace, right? So it takes a little bit of work. And I am here to attest to that because as I told you, I've needed throat chakra healing my whole life. I've worked on my throat chakra for a number of years now, and I still make videos that I don't publish, right? It's a process, so it's not going to be a miracle, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Your life will be worth living if you live an authentic life, right? Blue is the color of your authenticity. Yeah. And then aquamarine. Aquamarine is so very precious. So I like to use raw aquamarine in my malas. The raw aquamarine is a form of beryl, aquamarine is, but so is heliodor, which is yellow, goshenite, I believe, which is white, morganite, which is pink, and emerald, which is green. So with the raw aquamarine, you get all the different shades of beryl, which is awesome because it covers more bases. It covers, your heart chakra with the pink and the green, your solar plexus with the yellow, the crown chakra with the white. It's just much more practical and the energy is more well-rounded. But in any case, aquamarine, by the name, is a water stone. Even though it's blue and it resonates with the throat chakra, like all of these, water is actually the energy of the heart. So it connects your heart to your throat. I am really impartial to aquamarine because an angel that I have worked with, and let's just clarify, angels are angles of source. An angel is an angle of source or divinity, which is your birthright and my birthright, right? So anyways, this angel's name is Vivalia, and Vivalia heals your emotions, heals your heart. It's a healing energy. Vivalia heals you from trauma, from things that you can't see, so shadow, and from pains that resonate through your life, echoes of the past that don't exist anymore, that cause a reverberation of pain, fear, loss, that's not even a real, it's a specter at this point, right? So aquamarine helps you to understand the ebb and flow of the universe, of your truth, of your own energy, and how it's different from the ebb and flow of the world around you's energy, helps to differentiate you from the rest of the world and you from your pain or the reverberations of pains that are long gone. Therefore, it heals you by enlightening you, by giving you clarity, and by soothing those spaces inside that water fills up, right? There's little cavities and chasms in our own energetic body that can be filled by water or by free-flowing emotion, because that's another way to look at the symbolism of water, free-flowing emotion. So it's like on the tarot, the Suit of Cups. It's water, free-flowing emotion. When emotion is blocked, there's a problem. When emotion flows freely, the body is healthy, the energetic body is healthy, the world is healthy. So it's the same thing on the earth, right? If we block water in any part of the earth, it will dam up and it will flood an area and it will dry that area. It's unhealthy. So the same thing happens in our bodies. Energy gets blocked. This area gets too much energy, too active. This area becomes a desert wasteland, ineffective and empty of potential. And it's as easy as unblocking that. This energy evens out, it becomes balanced, and this energy gets filled with what it's been needing for so many years. Like this, working with these gemstones can heal you after a lifetime of having a closed throat chakra, a lifetime. And I encourage you to do the work, truly, no matter what stage you are in life, because when we leave this world, I'm going to go off on a tangent now. See, that's why I have my notes. When we leave this world, we want to leave it in as good of an energy as possible, because this is not the end. Okay, let's just say that. So light blue gemstones and the sound ham, H-A-M, that's the sound of your throat chakra. So you can just say that, and let that vibration penetrate your throat chakra. That would be a great mantra to use. But a better mantra, in my view, if you're truly, truly wanting to do the work, is Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat is truth. Nam is identity. So Sat Nam is I am truth, or truth is my identity. And truth is the actual energy of the throat chakra. Truth is the highest vibration of the throat chakra, right? So Sat Nam is bringing the highest vibration that you can to the throat chakra, thereby bringing healing. So a perfect recipe for throat chakra healing is light blue gemstones and the mantra Sat Nam. Okay. So I'm only going to do 27 repetitions, and it'll be easy for me because this mala is organized as 27 gemstone beads, 54 wood beads, 27 gemstones. So I'll just do the first section of gemstone beads, all right? It's definitely preferable, as with all mantras, to do 108. 108 is the magic number, but so is 27. So it's more practical for me with these videos to do 27 mantras, but also, hey, if you don't feel like you want to make time in your life for 108 mantras, that's okay. Make time in your life for 27, all right? So it should only take a couple minutes to do that. And anything that gets out of your way for practicing daily for your own well-being, get it out of the way, all right? So time is sacred, time is precious. 27 is better than 0, okay? So Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. There you go, 27. Another thing I want to say is truth is the highest vibration of the throat chakra. Truth is that aspect of source that the throat chakra is here to reflect into the self and out to the world. So as your throat chakra heals, you will be humbled in a way where you understand that the things that you thought were true, the things that you believed, the world that you thought you saw is going to change. You're going to see more clearly. You're going to receive clarity. And then you will be brave enough to speak that truth or your truth, right? So be prepared for that. You're going to change, and your world will change when your throat chakra is healed. It's a good thing. It's always a good thing. But, healing isn't the only thing that's going to happen. Change is going to happen as well. So just be prepared for that. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you so much for being. I love you. Mala blessings, love, and light.